Good morning, citizens, and welcome. Today is Wednesday, March 16th, St. Patrick's Day. And look at that, St. Patrick's Day 2022. We're going to go on more info as I do a little bit of a talk here. I did produce a video yesterday. I really wanted to get a video out about Fortuna coming up today and have it out this morning so it'd be ready for you as soon as Fortuna started. However, a few unforeseen circumstances. First was doing some work in my neighborhood. All the internet was out for quite a large portion of the day. So when I finally got on, it was about 10 p.m. I recorded a video. Maybe I'll put some footage in here. I haven't really decided yet, but I got some nice green clothes on. I was flying through the lush forest of Microtech, somewhere I hardly ever go, checking out the forest, getting a good screenshot for the beginning of the video here that you'll see in the icon, and then I go to edit, and the microphone was incredibly quiet, and I couldn't figure out why the microphone's so quiet, but I seem to have it fixed now where it does seem louder, so hopefully it is louder for you. But I didn't get that video out, so I'm going to remake it, just kind of talking a little bit about what I wanted to talk about, as well as taking a look at St. Patrick's Day Stella Fortuna for 2022. Now it's interesting they say 2022. Why don't they say 2952? What's the year? I can't remember what the year is at the moment. You'd think I'd remember by now. I've seen it so many times. But instead of talking about what's going to happen or what's potentially going to happen, at least now it is now about a little after 1 o'clock, and we can actually see what is happening here. We can actually see what is happening for Stella Fortuna. I said there was going to be ship sales, green paints, and contests, and I was right. This is what is actually happening. There's going to be some contests. I'll get to that in a second. Paints and sales. Now, I actually thought that the MSR paint would be available because it was available last year, and that is true. But there are some new paints as well coming up. So we're going to look at that. We're also going to talk, before I look at this, about 3.17, which is upcoming. It is in Evocati right now. If anyone doesn't really watch a lot of my videos or know what Evocati is kind of the first test when you're running a test of the game. So it's people who have submitted a lot of bug reports and are actually invited to be part of the Evocati testing. They're under an NDA, so you're not going to see too much information coming out because those people have signed an NDA. But then it's going to open up into different waves. I'm no longer a subscriber. I was only a subscriber to get some gear for the giveaways, so I will not be part of those earlier waves for testing. Potentially, when it's opened up to everyone, I might still test it, or I may just hope for the upcoming release of the patch. On top of that, someone had asked, should I start now, or should I wait to get the game after the patch so that I'm not wasting time? Now that the patch is getting closer, I would maybe wait, because maybe there's going to be another referral bonus coming up. Now, last time they said we're not having a referral bonus for 3.16. We're not going to do it. And then they did later. So some people that waited till 3.16 got it, still didn't get a referral bonus. So it's maybe not the best practice to kind of say we're not going to do it and then still do it anyways. Haven't heard any news about a 3.17 referral bonus yet. But if I do, I will certainly put that up here for anyone looking at getting into the verse. The referral bonuses are just a nice little add-on for the game. Now, if you do use a referral code, like using the link in the description below, you always do get a bonus at least of starting UEC. Now, not much. It's not much UEC at all, but it's enough to get, another spacesuit and gear in case you need it. But looking at my videos, and I've got one coming out hopefully today or tomorrow, showing how I've even increased the amount of gear I've gotten, the speed that you can get gear for the upcoming patch. So 3.17, you'll be able to get gear even faster, and that is going to help you out because not only do you have more gear that you don't have to spend money and buy gear, but you're also going to be getting the ability to sell items. Now, I don't know how the selling is going to work. There was a little video of a guy carrying like a space milk crate full of guns to look like maybe Garrity and Port Olisar. I can't recall off the top of my head. I don't think it's going to be like that just yet. You're not going to be able to put guns into a box and carry them into a place. I'm assuming it's going to work either through kiosks or potentially through local inventories and being able to access things through there. That is my thought. There's a little bit of a talk coming up. Now, if I go to the com link, we can kind of look at it this week. We'll do that first. So Stella Fortuna starting today. Why did that show? There we go. So Stella Fortuna starting today. We have a roadmap update and a roadmap roundup. We can look at that later, but I'm not really going to look at that with you. Feel free going into development and checking out the roadmap, which is right there. But we also have an Inside Star Citizen coming up tomorrow, and then we have Star Citizen Live, Subscriber Vaults update, the weekly newsletter, all that. Now, they're going to be looking at things like loot generation, the future of medical. One big change coming up in 3.17 is that food and hunger will be persistent. So if your character's hungry, if your character's thirsty, that's going to stay through gameplays, which is kind of cool because loot crates are all over right now, and you're able to find food in there. There's always burrito and water places, and at least the food and water is relatively cheap. So it's not something that you really have to worry too much about, but it's kind of a neat thing that's going to keep going in the game, getting more of having to micromanage both yourself as well as your ships and your repairs. This is the way the game is heading. So we're going to go back to, let's go to the comm link, and then we go to St. Patrick's Day. Let's look at St. Patrick's Day, and this is coming up. Now, the one thing I did want to put in my video, and this is why I wanted to get it out yesterday, is I wanted to get it out early yesterday because the hover quad is now gone. So if you've not picked up the hover quad, I'm assuming it's entirely gone. Let's take a real quick look at that, because they said it was going to be removed, and I don't know if that just means the lifetime insurance version or the hover quad in general, but I'm assuming the hover quad is no longer available. There you go. So if you have not picked up the hover quad, unfortunately you've missed out and it's no longer available. So that one is gone. Now we're going to go back to St. Patrick's Day. Here we are. Finally, we're going to look at what's happening. Now, Stella Fortuna is how they refer to as St. Patrick's Day. The one main thing, very much like St. Patrick's Day, is the green. Not a lot of orange though. A lot of green. So maybe they need to get some orange in there. Here we are looking at the game, and we can kind of have, we're attempting the fate, and that's kind of the idea of their screenshots last year, the screenshot contest, or it was a video contest trying to show you being lucky. And there may be more than one contest, but only one so far has been announced, and it is the upcoming screenshot contest. So we're looking through here. You could read all this if you want. I'm not going to read all through this with you, but you can see all the green through here. And here is Toast the Stars Screenshot Contest. Raise a glass to another year of revelry, success, and prosperity, and share your most outrageous in-game party picks. Get in the verse, bust out the greenest ship, or drape yourself in green and gold regalia, and get your groove on, and the rest of the verse will show the rest of your verse what partying your vessel looks like. Fortuna will smile upon the best pictures. Hopefully not everyone is partying in the ship, because some people, if you have an Aurora, that would be kind of a tight party, although that would be pretty awesome. I wonder how many people I could fit in an Aurora. Here we are. Some ships. Ooh. Now, as much as I love the 600i, it's a beautiful ship inside. The exterior, I haven't always been a super big fan of, but I do like it in the green. Green, I love green. My favorite color. Look at that. 400i looks good in green. Better than in white. I would say 100%. Cool. This is a ship I've only looked at in the expo. The 600i is a ship that I have really enjoyed flying and look at getting one in the game again. So it's not a ship I own, but it's a ship that I would buy in game. Now, this is talking about limited time waves for ships. So what happens is wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. So we're looking at the different times. This is UTC, which is Universal Time Code or something. I can't remember what it's called, but the waves come out, ships come out at that moment, and there's only a certain number, and if you want one, you have to buy it. A really good way for you to drum up some kind of demand for these ships, but I, again, am a huge proponent of most ships, unless it's a ship that you're always going to really want, or that is going to be able to be easily upgraded, like if there's a bonus to it, like a really good deal. I tend to buy ships in game, I should say, but these are when the waves are coming out. And we're going to look at here, we have the paints. So if you just want the paint, the 400i, the 600i, the Star Runner paint, beautiful paints, nice green, you can get these. And these will always be in your account. And you can apply them to your ship, take them off and on as much as you want. These are, so if you really like the green, you can get the green paint for a ship you already own. So the paints here, you can get the pack, all 3 paints for $30, 20% off. Really, if you really want the paint, get it. otherwise, I don't really see the point for the paints at the moment. But you can also get ships. Now, these ships here, we have the pack. Now, what a pack means on here is not that you're getting the game content, like most packs. This is basically the pack includes the paint. So it's a standard ship. There's no difference between buying a 400i and this pack, except for it also comes with the green paint. So we have the 400i here for $261, kind of an odd price. Why isn't it just $260? Why are these all $1 more? Maybe because they're adding cost of the paint. I don't know. You'd think they could just make it $260. Touring and exploration. So the difference between those is not that much, like $40. Now I thought it was going to go up a lot more. I can't remember how much it was later. I'm going to put up on the screen the difference in the price during the last time when I think it was the Expo. What was the difference between these two ships and what it is now? Has it really changed? Because I thought it was going to go up. Oh, there's another ship here. What else? And we got the Star Runner, $271 with Stella Fortuna. So if you have a CCU, if you haven't unfortunately gotten rid of your CCUs before it was time, and hoping to buy them back, if you still have one that's got a good deal on it and you want to get one of these ships, it's a good time to maybe upgrade. See if you can like CCU to where it's something where you can get the Stella Fortuna paints. I don't know if that's possible. Maybe you'd have to buy one and then just get this paint separately, but those are what's available. Why is this arrow here if there's nothing else? All right, we're going to go down. We have the Legends pack. Now the Legends pack, you can see here, limited stock. So if you're going to buy with actual cash, War Bond cash, there's still a few, as I'm looking here, for $440, or sold out that you're using credit. And this I'm not surprised at because of the CCU thing I was just referring to, when a bunch of people had credit, but they couldn't afford to buy back their CCUs. They just had credit in their accounts. I could see them having, $500 in credit in their account that they wanted to spend on this. Now, I don't know what you get in here. Let's see. Get the Phoenix Emerald. I'm not a huge fan of the constellations, but they are kind of growing on me. I love them in space. I just don't like them on land. I don't like the forward weight look to them, but they are a cool looking ship. And out of all of them, the Fortuna one and the Emerald, like the Emerald here, is just beautiful. So it's a cool looking ship. The interior is really nice, and the ship is very much like the regular Phoenix, but just kind of a green color. That's really cool. The Ursa Rover, a fun vehicle to drive around. One that I really haven't driven that much, though. One that I do not own. I don't own any of these. The Kruger Archimedes, again, in the green paint. That, I believe, just comes with a Phoenix. It's the ship that is docked to the back. And the Tumbril Cyclone, which I don't believe you can get right now any other way. Am I correct about that? I think so. And then we're looking at the Origin ships. So the Origin ships are on sale. We have a bunch of different ships here. We have the 100 series. These are awesome ships for scouting. If you're flying around looking for materials and you have someone else in like a prospector or mole and you're just flying around to try to help find items, this is probably one of the best scouting ships you can have. You can basically fly this ship forever. The hydrogen scoops work so well on this that you're really not using any fuel as you're flying around in Atmo. It's pretty awesome. We have the 300 series, a little bit faster, a little bit bigger. I do like the 315P. It's a pretty cool ship. A nice interior, a little bit more room than you would think. A little bit of cargo. And then we have 890 jump. Now look at this. I don't know how many 890 jumps are available. Does anyone know? Does anyone? If you do, put it in the comments. But they've sold out both the War Bond for like $890 and the standalone, the credit, for $950. They've sold out. Now I have owned an 890 jump in game. I bought one in game. I would not spend $1,000 on this ship. It is impressive. Partly I just don't have $1,000 to spend on this ship. As much as I would love it, I would love this ship, but it's just, look at that, $1,000, and that's all. That's just $1,000. Now, the thing is, it comes with 6 months insurance and the hangar. It does look cool there. Like that looks impressive. That's pretty impressive. But it's not even green paint. Why don't I have green paint for it for this year? Do you think they could do that for $1,000? They could make a green version of this ship. But that is it. There's also some physical items here. That's what's happening with St. Patrick's Day today and the upcoming 3.15. I'm trying to keep this around 15 minutes, so we're going to cut this short pretty soon. But we're going to quickly look at the Spectrum General, and there it is, Toast a Star screenshot. So, looking at this contest, looking at the Stella Fortuna contest, get your contest submissions in. I'll find out in a second. I'll just put the date down here once I figure. Oh, there you go. We have until March 23rd. Never mind. So March 23rd, which is, you've got like about a week to get some contest submissions in, and first place Origin 600i Explorer. That was 490 something, 491 was it? I think they all ended in one, right? It's either 450 or 490. I think the Explorer was the 490. The Origin 400i, that was about 250, I think, 260. All these come with lifetime insurance and the green paint, and then the Cyclone MT. I don't remember how much a Cyclone is. Cyclones, like I think usually about $55 or something like that. I can't recall. So the MT is like their interdiction one, I think, like their like assault version of the Cyclone. It's got like a Gatling gun on top, if I recall. I don't really remember, but those are the prizes. 600i, what a great prize! If someone can win that, the 600i is an awesome ship. It's super solid, it's beautiful inside, and the Explorer version is by far my favorite, more so than the touring version. Although the touring is impressive if you have friends you just wanted to show off, it lacks the cargo bay, the hangar that's underneath that I really love. So that's it. Stella Fortuna and 3.17 in testing coming up soon. So I am excited to see what else is going to be happening when that comes out. So until next time, have a happy St. Patrick's. I hope to see you soon in the verse. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.